What's up, guys? And yeah, another collection update, yeah. And this one's quite a big one. I have 32 DVDs to show you. Unfortunately, no Blu-rays, but the 32 DVDs will definitely make up for that. And I got all these at a flea market yesterday. I went on a day trip to the Poconos, and we stopped at a flea market, so I bought a lot of DVDs. Yeah. So yeah. Look. The first DVD stars Tom Cruise and Nicole Kidman, and it's directed by Ron Howard. And I actually watched this movie in 10th grade history class, and it is far and away. I remember it's about, like, these two Irish immigrants. Like, I think Tom Cruise, like, his father passes away, and, like, he immigrates to America, and he meets Nicole Kidman, who's also an Irish immigrant. And I remember a scene where he tries to shoot, I think, Nicole Kidman's father or something like that, and the gun just blows up in his face. That was a funny scene. So yeah, far and away. And I remember, he gets trained to be like a boxer, I think. He tries to be like this fighter, but then he fails miserably after taking on this like 7-foot tall giant. Yeah. And I remember there's a scene at the end where he has this flag and he's claiming the land. This is my land, and I shall claim it. Yeah, pretty good movie, actually. It's been a while since I've seen it, but it is a really good movie. So yeah, far and away. Very underrated. This next one stars Matthew McConaughey, Gina Elfman, Woody Harrelson, and Elizabeth Hurley. And it's directed by Ron Howard, a Ron Howard comedy, it says. Another movie directed by Ron Howard. I didn't even notice that until now. And it's Edie TV. So yeah, it's about this, I think it's about this guy that goes on this reality show and he ends up getting his own show. I think it's like a reality show version of The Truman Show or something like that. So yeah, Edie TV. I haven't even seen this one yet. This next movie I've seen actually quite a few times, a couple times in school. And I didn't even see this movie in the theater. I wanted to, but I didn't get a chance to. And then I actually bought the DVD when I was a kid, but I lost it, didn't know where it was. So I decided to, for like $3, I decided to like buy it again. So it's Jeff Daniels, Cicely Tyson, Dave Matthews, Ava Mary Saint, and introducing Anna Sophia Robb. This is her first movie that she was in. And it is Because of WinnDixie. This is actually a very good movie from what I remember. And yeah, it's a really cute, like, family movie. It's funny, it's heartwarming, it's sad. It throws everything at you. Like, there's some scenes that are funny, and then, like, the next scene, it's sad, and then, like, the next scene, like, it's heartwarming and stuff like that. There's a part where the dog goes missing, and they think the dog may have died, but in the end, everything turns out well. And I remember reading the book in 5th grade, and we read the book, and then we watched the movie. And I remember the ending to the book. That's the only part of the book that I remember, I think. Is because the dog, WinnDixie, he hides away because of the thunderstorm. He was scared, so he just, like, hid in the bird bath, I think, under the bird bath. So yeah, that was in the book, but in the movie, it's not really clear where WinnDixie was hiding, but we kind of know. If you read the book, you kind of see it coming, but yeah, Because of WinnDixie. It's a very good family movie. I recommend it if you have, like, kids, like 5-year-old kids, they'll definitely really enjoy this. So yeah, Because of WinnDixie. This next one stars Hilary Swank and Richard Gere. And it is a movie about Amelia Earhart. And it is Amelia. I haven't seen this one yet, but I heard it was very good. So yeah, I definitely want to check it out. So yeah, Amelia. This next one is a baseball movie starring Kevin Costner and Kelly Preston. Yeah. And it is For Love of the Game. So yeah, I haven't seen this one yet, nor have I don't think I've even heard of this movie. So yeah, For Love of the Game. This next one is a John Carpenter classic. And I actually have, right behind me, I have the remake of The Fog. I bought it thinking it was the original. I kind of regret buying it now because it has like a 4% rating on Rotten Tomatoes. But I might check it out one day. This one I might watch like sometime this month. And it's John Carpenter's The Fog. So yeah. I haven't seen this one yet, so yeah. The Fog. And yeah, this version is rated R, yet this remake of The Fog is PG-13, even though I have the unrated version, which I'm sure only has like 2 minutes put in. I really hate that with like unrated cuts. If it's an unrated cut, it should be like a half hour, maybe 45 minutes longer. So that if people complain that it's too long, they'll be like, yeah, there's a reason you didn't see that. Yeah, like Walk Hard, the Dewey Cox story. The original cut is 1 hour and 35 minutes, and the director's cut is 2 hours. And the fact that it was long was part of the joke. They called it the unbearably long, self-indulgent director's cut. Yeah. So, The Fog. Can't wait to check this, the original version out. This next one is an Adam Sandler comedy classic. I'm shocked that I never owned this movie until now, and it is The Waterboy. So yeah, I'm sure everyone's seen this movie. And it is definitely a very good movie. I highly recommend it if you have not seen it. But yeah, I think a lot of people have seen this movie. So yeah, The Waterboy. This next one was, just came out for its 20th anniversary. It was released in theaters again this year. And it stars Sarah Michelle Gellar, Ryan Philippe, and Reese Witherspoon. And it is Cruel Intentions. I haven't seen this one yet, but I heard it was actually very good. So yeah, Cruel Intentions. Of course, Reese Witherspoon is really attractive, even nowadays. Have any of you seen Reese Witherspoon and her daughter together? They look like twins. So yeah. This next one is a high school like football movie, and it stars James Van Der Beek and John Voight. John Voight, yeah. And it is Varsity Blues. I remember this movie. I grew up watching the movie Mean Girls. This is Regina George's favorite movie. They said her favorite movie is Varsity Blues. Mean Girls is an amazing comedy, by the way. One of my favorite comedies of all time, Mean Girls. Such a great movie. If you have not seen it, you must be living under a rock. I haven't seen Varsity Blues yet, but this does look very good. And I mean, if it didn't look good, I wouldn't have bought it. So yeah, Varsity Blues. This next one, it has a long cast, so I'm not even going to bother to bore you with it. And it's a sequel to Scream. Like, actually the next two are sequels to Scream. And this one is Scream 2. So yeah, Scream 2. Haven't seen the Scream movies yet, but I hope to watch it at some point. And this next one is Scream 3. So yeah, haven't seen these movies yet. So yeah, Scream 3. And I have the first Scream. I bought it, like, I think last year, but I don't remember. This next one stars... gotta get these security sticker things off. I thought I got them all before I started this video, but apparently I didn't. Alright. This next one stars Jean Reno, Gary Oldman, and it introduces Natalie Portman. This is Natalie Portman's first movie, and it is the uncut international version of Leon the Professional. So yeah, I actually haven't seen this one yet, but it looks actually quite good. So yeah, Leon the Professional. I know this is I know my dad really likes this movie. This is like one of his favorite movies. So yeah, Leon the Professional. Here was like really controversial because Natalie Portman was only 12 years old in this, and she's doing stuff like she's like swearing and killing and getting drunk and yeah, she's doing a lot of things that 12-year-olds shouldn't do, and I'm sure she couldn't even see the movie because she was too young. But yeah, and this next one I think is a romantic comedy. I don't think I've even heard of this movie until I bought it, and it stars Jake Gyllenhaal and Anne Hathaway, and it is Love and Other Drugs. So yeah, Love and Other Drugs. I haven't seen this one yet. This next one is a Holocaust like dramedy, and yeah, won 3 Academy Awards, including Best Actor for Roberto Benici. I don't know. Yeah. And it is Life is Beautiful. And yes, I do know how this movie ends. The guy dies. I know. But it does look really, really good. So yeah, Life is Beautiful. And life certainly is. I can't disagree with that. This next one stars Giovanni Ribisi, Vin Diesel, Nia Long, and Nikki Katt. And it is Boiler Room. I don't think I've even heard of this one. So yeah, Boiler Room. I basically bought it for Giovanni Ribisi and Vin Diesel. Giovanni Ribisi was the villain in Ted. I remember he's the one that dances to I Think We're Alone Now by Tiffany. Yeah. And I actually liked him in, I know a lot of people don't like a certain movie that I'm going to talk about. I liked him in The Other Sister. The Other Sister is actually a very good movie. At least I think it is. Vin Diesel, I love him for like Fast and Furious and the MCU and stuff like that. So, this looked interesting because it had two of those actors in it. So yeah, Boiler Room. This next one is a James Bond movie. It stars Roger Moore. And it is Octopussy. Honestly, it sounds like an underwater porno, doesn't it? And I know there's a song in here like, we're out in the time. I can't even sing that high. But yeah. Octopussy. I know. A lot of you with a dirty mind might find the title of this movie really funny. I'm 12 years old, apparently. So yeah, Octopussy. Don't worry, my dad finds it funny, too. God. This fucking sticker on one of these. Alright, getting that off. Fuck. Ripped the artwork on one of these. The Iron... I'm not gonna say the title of this movie. But yeah. Now, I'll leave the sticker on. Sorry. I'm not even gonna show that one yet. This next one stars Sigourney Weaver, Jon Voight, Patricia Arquette, and Tim Blake Nelson. And it is a Disney movie in association with Walden Media. I think it also has Shia LaBeouf in it. Yeah. And it is Holes. I've seen bits and pieces of this on like Disney Channel and stuff like that, and it looks really good. So yeah, Holes. This next one is the one with the fucking sticker. I don't know why they even bothered putting that on there. Okay. And it's The Iron Giant. I actually grew up with this movie. I had a VHS tape of it. And this is a really, really good animated family film. I mean, it has some, like, unnecessary cursing, and this film is rated PG for a reason. Like, I think fantasy action and mild language. The mild language is, like, very noticeable. It's kind of like the movie Casper. If anyone's ever seen the 1995 movie Casper, you know how many unnecessary swear words are in that film. Like, when Kerrigan turns into a ghost and she's like, "The bitch is back." Like, did they really have to say that just to get that PG rating? I mean, yeah. Yeah, The Iron Giant. Very good kids movie, even though, like, you should proceed, if you have, like, 5-year-old kids, you should proceed with this movie with caution and tell them that there is some language in this movie. But yeah, The Iron Giant. Great family film. This next one stars Tim Everett Scott and Julie Delpy. And it is An American Werewolf in Paris. Yeah. By the way, I don't have American Werewolf in London yet. I should honestly get that one too. But yeah, An American Werewolf in London. Oh yeah, American Werewolf in Paris. I'm sorry. But yeah, American Werewolf in Paris. Looks interesting. Looks like some sort of like horror comedy. This next one is like a musical, like a classic musical. And I remember my high school back in 2013 did a play of this. And it stars Victor Garber, Lynn Thespin, Lynn Thespin, and Katie Hanley. I haven't even heard of those actors. And it is Godspell. I'm sure a lot of you have, like, maybe your high school or your school did this as well. But I guess even the plays are more popular than the movie. That's kind of sad, actually. But yeah, Godspell. Looked very good. I was like, oh yeah, I remember my high school did a play of this. Yeah. Even though this movie is actually like only like an hour and 42 minutes, but I didn't even see the Godspell play that my high school did, but I heard it was 3 hours. Usually plays would be like 2 hours, maybe 2 hours 15 minutes including the intermission, but my high school play of Godspell, 3 hours. Can you imagine a 3-hour play? Like a 3-hour high school play. That would be kind of boring. Unless if it's entertaining enough to warrant the 3-hour runtime, like, I don't know, Avengers Endgame or Wall Street, stuff like that. Some things like that, you can see why it is a 3-hour... I don't even know why I'm thinking of movies and not plays. Fuck it. We're 18 minutes in. So yeah, so I gotta get this done. This is gonna take a while to upload. If there's any delays, I apologize. This next one is called Love and Basketball. So yeah, Love and Basketball. I haven't even seen this movie yet. Nor, I don't think I've heard of it either. This next one is a movie about like a talking parrot, and it is Polly. I grew up watching like trailers for this when I think it was on my VHS of like Mouse Hunt. On my VHS of Mouse Hunt, like this would be the previews of Polly would play before the movie. Yeah, there was like previews, and Polly was one of them that they showed. So yeah, like yeah, it's about a talking parrot. So yeah, Polly. Looks kind of cliche, but yeah. This next one is a Monty Python movie, and it is Monty Python's Life of Brian. And I did see the ending, you know, always look on the bright side of life. That scene is actually really good. It's a very good scene and a very good song. It's very funny and bittersweet. I hear that a lot of people even cried during it, and I can see why. It's a very, like, emotional, funny, bittersweet ending. Like, everyone gets crucified, but they're staying optimistic, which is a good thing. So yeah, Monty Python's Life of Brian. And I hear this movie got, like, it was so controversial when it came out because it has to deal with, like, religion. And I know that it was even banned in some countries because of that. Because, like, it actually makes fun of misunderstanding and how anyone can misread something. So, yeah, Monty Python's Life of Brian. Can't wait to watch the entire movie of that. This next one is, a family, like, dog movie. And I know the story behind, I know the actual true story of this movie. It stars Richard Gere and, Joan Allen. And it is Hetchy, A Dog's Tale. So, yeah. I haven't even seen this movie yet, but I know it's about this dog that waits for his owner for like 10 years. And the dog ends up getting terminal cancer and dying. It's kind of like the episode of Futurama where it shows Fry's dog waiting for him even though he never came back. It's kind of like that. And that episode was like really sad. You wouldn't expect that from Futurama, but yeah. And it was inspired by this real story that this movie is based on. So yeah, Hetchy, A Dog's Tale. Next one is a stand-up comedy special from Martin Lawrence, and it's Martin Lawrence, You So Crazy. So yeah, I haven't seen this one yet. Nor am I like familiar with Martin Lawrence's stand-up comedy. I'm familiar with his movies, and I've seen his like TV show and stuff like that. But yeah, not really. I never really knew he did stand up. So yeah, Martin Lawrence, You So Crazy. Yeah. This next one is an episode of Family Guy that was banned from TV. And it is Family Guy, Partial Terms of Endearment. So yeah. I haven't seen this episode yet, but it does look very good, and you can't even get this on the season sets. And after it premiered, it was banned, as I said. It even says right here, banned from TV. But yeah, this is the only way you can get this. This got its own DVD release. That's how controversial this episode is. And like, apparently it's about the abortion issue, which is quite a controversial issue, even still to this day. When did this come out? 2010? Yeah, 2010 this episode came out. So yeah. Family Guy, Partial Terms of Endearment. And I hear it's actually one of the best episodes, to be honest. So I'm interested in checking it out. So yeah. And this next one stars Matt Damon. You know, Team America World Police, Matt Damon. Henry Thomas, Penelope Cruz, and Lucas Black. And it is All the Pretty Horses. Yeah. Honestly, this does have a bad title. But if any of you have seen the movie Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, by the way, it's the greatest film of 2019 that I've seen so far. Brad Pitt says when he's high on like an LSD cigarette, he says when he says to like the Manson crew, he's like, "And you are the horsey." That was one of the funniest lines in the movie. Like Brad Pitt is very funny in that. All right, All the Pretty Horses. I haven't even heard of this movie. So yeah, All the Pretty Horses. Yeah. Next one is like this. I think it's a romantic comedy, but I'm not sure. Yeah, and it is Lone Star State of Mind. I haven't heard of this one. So yeah, Lone Star State of Mind. This next one stars Josh Hartnett and Melissa George, and it's a horror movie. And it's like a vampire movie, and it is 30 Days of Night. So yeah, 30 Days of Night. I don't think I've even heard of this one. Trying to get this done as quickly as possible. We're already 24 minutes in. It's already too long. Yeah. This next one stars Lou Taylor Pucci, Chris Pine, Piper Perabo, and Emily Van Camp. And it is Carriers. I don't think I've even heard of this one. I mainly bought it because Chris Pine is in it. Chris Pine has me sold. He's a pretty good actor. So yeah, Carriers. This next one is a George A. Romero horror film. And it's an unrated director's cut of Land of the Dead. So yeah, Land of the Dead. And this movie has John Leguizamo in it, and you can see him like right there. Yeah. How many of you seen the movie The Pest, or have seen the Nostalgia Critic review recently? Wow, was that movie offensive AF. And it's like racist. Ugh. And it's really bad, The Pest. But yeah. What? I'm on a tangent again. But yeah, Land of the Dead. It looks like a pretty good horror movie. I mean, George A. Romero is a name to trust. This next one is a horror movie, and it's actually based on true events. Like, not since the original Texas Chainsaw Massacre, a terror felt so real. So yeah. And it is Wolf Creek. So yeah, Wolf Creek. I haven't seen this one yet. I don't think I've even heard like things about. Oh, Quentin Tarantino actually gave this a good review. That's cool. So yeah, that's really something to trust when Quentin Tarantino says your movie's good. So yeah, Wolf Creek. And the last one, finally, in this like 30-minute long video. It's our Steven Seagal and DMX, like rapper. I like his song X Gon' Give It To You, which is, I remember from like Deadpool and Rick and Morty. So yeah. And it is Exit Wounds. So yeah, I don't think I've even heard of this one. So yeah, Exit Wounds. So yeah, usually I would pick all these up and like show them off to you, like show off the spines, but I'm not even going to attempt that, like, in this video. So I'm just gonna do this. Alright. You know what? I don't even think that this is gonna show all of them. Yeah, there's no way. But yeah, that's gonna do for my collection update for October 13th, 2019. Hope you all enjoyed, and see you later. Bye.